For the third time in school history, the Lady Panthers of Middle Township are going to the Group 2 state finals. Having lost to Sparta in '85 and Jefferson Township in '92, the 1994 Lady Panthers are trying to win the school's first ever girls basketball state title. 3 of Middle Township's current starters were on the team in '92 when Middle lost to Jefferson Township. Middle advanced to the final by defeating Manasquan in the semifinal, behind the strong inside play of Mary Jones and Erin Jones, the outside shooting of Brandy Kennedy, and the great floor leadership of Deneen McBride.
Since last year, we didn't really have the team chemistry, and this year you can see, that we're coming together as a team. We're looking for one another, and there's not one person that can put 20 points on the board. It's like, everybody usually scores in double figures. We look for each other.
Middle's opponent will be the Summit Hilltoppers, who upset defending state champion Mahwah in the semifinals. Remarkably, Summit did not even have a girls basketball program as recently as 1989. In 1991, head coach Pete Tierney took over, and in 4 short seasons has taken the Hilltoppers to their first ever state final.
Pure energy. Pure energy.
For prescriptions and more, it's Style Pharmacy of Wildwood. Newly remodeled, Styles offers a state-of-the-art prescription network, fast service, and discount prices. Located across the street from Wildwood Medical, Styles has a large selection of colognes, sports medicine, and ethnic hair care products. Styles even gives you free prescription delivery to the Wildwoods. For prescriptions and more, the choice is clear. Style Pharmacy, 4301 Pacific Avenue, Wildwood. Call 729-1050.
For the freshest and finest tasting Italian food, it's Carini's in Wildwood Crest. Carini's serves a wide variety of items from a single slice to complete dinners, all in their spacious, comfortable dining room. Choose from veal, seafood, and chicken dishes, and homemade pasta, too. Carini's selection of hot and cold sandwiches and delicious pizza is second to none. Now get 2 medium pizzas for just $10, 2 large pizzas for $12, a Sicilian pie for just $8, or take $1 off any dinner. Stop in today. For fast, free delivery, call 522-7304. Your sports source is Kona Sports in Wildwood. Save 40% on all starter jackets and Columbia ski wear. Spring is just around the corner. Stop into Kona for baseball equipment, bats and gloves, the largest selection of tennis rackets, apparel, and bags in South Jersey, the latest fashions in swimwear and apparel. Kona is your headquarters for Trek and GT mountain bikes.
Elizabeth High School, Phil Pizzi and Kyle Worrell with a Group 2 girls state final. Middle Township against Linden.
Summit.
Yeah, okay, Summit.
Linden won Group 4.
Thank you.
Summit playing today, a real Cinderella story. 20-4 is their record. Middle Township comes in 25-2, and we're underway.
Why don't you set the lineups for us, Kyle, as we were getting hooked up until the last possible moment here.
Middle Township with the ball, wearing their black uniforms. For some reason, the South teams are always away. That's Heather Ingersoll with the ball, number 55. Mary Jones, 33. Deneen McBride, 13. Brandy Kennedy, number 11. Injured in the semifinal playing today. Deneen fires from outside and hits it. Middle Township takes the lead.
That's a good sign, Kyle. Deneen hitting her first jumper, and the Middle off to a great start here today.
Driving all the way down the lane is number 25, Lindsey Burns for Summit, and they quickly tie the game. For Summit, number 25 is Lindsey Burns, 34 Renee Green, 33 Lindsey Clark. Number 13 is Vicky Asarno. And 31 is Melinda Garvey. And that's the starting lineup for Summit. Inside to Erin Jones, she hits Middle Township goes back ahead 4-2.
Mary Jones had some big games down the stretch run here, Kyle, as they attained this Group 2 final.
Loose ball going after it is Heather Ingersoll. Summit controls, and they'll bring it back up. Summit likes to run and press and play the full court game, as of course does Middle Township, so we should see a lot of up and down action tonight. Lindsey Burns looks to drive, is fouled by Middle Township. Heather Ingersoll will pick up the personal. Summit's first ever appearance in the state final, as I was mentioning, a real, just unbelievable story. As much as 5 years ago, they didn't even have a basketball program. In the first year out of the box, 1-20. Middle Township comes away with the loose ball. Deneen looks ahead for Ingersoll. Quickly to the goal. Bank shot doesn't go. But right there is Mary Jones with the follow and the foul. So Mary Jones on the board, and Middle Township off to a quick start. Foul is on number 13, Vicky Asarno. Her first, Summit's second team foul. But after that 1-20 campaign, Peter Tierney took over as head coach of Summit. Here they are 4 years later in the state final. So kind of an expansion team here in the state final.
We'll fill in our North Jersey friends with some information. They were here 2 years ago. It's great to see them back in the Group 2 final.
Driving, Lindsey Burns, traveling violation. So right away, the pressure defensive middle really causing more problems for Summit than Summit's is causing for Middle Township. 45, Carolyn Anderson into the ball game. She's a freshman. And she hit some big shots in their upset victory over Mahwah, defending Group 2 state champions in the semifinals. Brandy Kennedy fires from outside, no good.
It's good to see Kennedy out there, Kyle. She hurt her ankle in the South versus Central game. If you were wondering if she was going to be healthy for today's contest.
Well, I kind of figured that if it was a sprain, that she would be back in there. It looked really bad when she went down. Shot is good. Summit fans going crazy. There's a ton of Summit fans up here. This site is very, very far north.
Mary Jones gets the foul call. Looks at the official. Says, who, me? But that is the call. And a three-point play, a possibility for Summit.
Melinda Garvey with a nice move. She'll get a chance to complete the three-point play. Melinda only a sophomore. Very young Summit team. Much like Middle Township when they were a very young team here 2 years ago.
Kyle, she showed good touch there at the foul line. There is a foul shooting contest today. That doesn't bode well for the Panthers. I don't know what the statistics are specifically for that, but we've got a foul call on Lindsey Burns, number 25 for Summit.
Of course, nothing new for Summit to be behind. They were way behind Mahwah. Down 11 points midway through the second quarter and managed to come back and win that game. And game they were heavy underdogs. Deneen McBride looks to drive, is fouled.
That foul's on number 33, Lindsay Clark. It looks like Deneen has brought her game north today, Kyle, as she hit from the outside and driving the lane there, as we've seen her do many times in our coverage of this team throughout the season.
She's very tough. And of course, she, a sophomore on that state final team that lost to Jefferson, a game that many of the sophomores thought they should have won. And since that day, have been trying to get back there. And of course, we're talking about Deneen McBride, as she makes 2 of 2. Brandy Kennedy and Erin Jones, who couldn't even play in that game. That had to be frustrating for her. She was injured late in the season. And of course, Brandy Kennedy almost missed this game with an injury in the state semifinal. So you knew if there was any possible way she could be out there, she was going to give it a go.
Oh, McBride almost with the steal there. Good anticipation. Long three-point attempt falls short by Carolyn Anderson.
Mary Jones clears the rebound. Middle Township, big inside. Mary Jones and Erin Jones, both 5'11", 5'10", very big and agile inside players. They dominated Manasquan in the state semifinals underneath the basket.
Basket will not count. There's a foul before the shot.
I think that's on Lindsey Clark. If it is, that'll be 2 early on for her. It is. Haven't even reached 4 minutes, and already Lindsey Clark with 2 personals. Of course, you look at the Summit team, and they look to be pretty small. Renee Green, 5'10". Ingersoll can't get it to go, but there you see the dominance Middle Township should have on the boards. They don't capitalize, but it should be an advantage they could take advantage of most of the game.
Good pressure there in the backcourt, but Summit able to get it to the offensive zone. Green on the baseline, yes.
That's really the first time they've been able to get the ball inside to her.
A quick steal and a near shot. Green dishes out. Shot on the baseline, score it.
That's Lindsey Burns. She has 4 and a chance for 5, and that's going to be 2 personals on Heather Ingersoll.
And that ties up this game, Kyle. It's 9-9. We should explain to our viewers both at home and on Suburban Cable, as we're happy to be on Suburban. We could not do an opening before the contest because we were at the Rutgers Athletic Center. We'll take this time out to kind of set the scene as we catch our own breath. Why don't you leave that door open, because we're like in a fishbowl up here at Elizabeth High School. We're used to being down with the crowd and hearing the roar of the fans and so forth. It's kind of sterile up here at Elizabeth. Phil Pizzi and Kyle Worrell with you from TKR Wildwood. The production company of TKR Elizabeth has helped us out. And we were at the Rutgers Athletic Center earlier today to see the Middle Township boys defeat the Hillside team for the 2nd straight year and their 2nd straight state championship in Group 2. Now we got on the Parkway, the Turnpike, whatever it was. We came up here, got here like 45 minutes before game time, and I must give a big thank you to the fans of Summit. They had balloons at their seats here in the stands, and the problem was that we could not see the court for all the balloons they had up here. And that was one of these things that you don't plan for. We were able to talk to the public address announcer and the athletic director, and we would like to thank vociferously the fans of Summit for moving those balloons out of the way. And right now, a hand has been given, and who's entered the gym, Kyle?
The Middle Township boys state champions just entered the gym, making the trek from their game today over at Rutgers. 3-point play isn't converted. Mary Jones rips the rebound, so the Middle boys coming out to support the Middle girls as Middle Township goes for the sweep.
Well, Middle boys, of course, repeating as state champs. Middle girls have never won. Now, Erin Jones underneath. No foul call, and it will stay with Middle. Why don't you continue with the play-by-play?
Middle Township should be able to get that ball inside whenever they want. Erin Jones and Mary Jones are much taller. There, Erin Jones tried to dribble it, and it was stripped away by Lindsey Burns. Deneen McBride guarding Lindsey Burns. Should be an interesting matchup.
Got a lot of quickness by these guards of Summit, something they don't see a lot in their CAL division.
The Summit has to rely on their quickness. That's why they like to play the up and down game. Just leading to that 3-point basket before was the first time Summit's defensive pressure really affected Middle Township. Burns drives around a couple players. It gets it to Renee Green, who loses it. You really wouldn't think that pressure would get to Middle with the senior leadership in the backcourt of Deneen McBride and Brandy Kennedy. McBride with the ball. Kennedy coming off the injury. Inside to Mary Jones. In a little too far. And finally shuffles the feet. But there again, Middle Township getting it in underneath the basket. Mary Jones and Erin Jones are going to have to start converting these opportunities.
Kyle Murray did a nice job keeping that ball from going out of bounds, but she was just too far underneath to make the shot.
Summit beats the pressure, working 2-on-3. And now Sarah Anderson's called for traveling. Sarah Anderson and Caroline Anderson, sisters. Caroline a freshman, Sarah a sophomore. As we mentioned, Summit a very young team. Into Ingersoll, deflected away by Summit.
They think that the maturity and experience of Middle might be to their advantage, but a younger team, I think they don't care.
And exuberance on
That's
their
right.
side.
They've got nothing to lose. They're here having a good time.
Yes, Coach Peter Tierney said in the paper regarding his team's state semifinal upset of Mawa, his team didn't even know what they were doing out there. They were just playing on raw emotion, and it was enough to come away with the victory, and that could very well be the case today. Middle Township ferocious on defense. They have been most of the season. Excellent pass inside for Ingersoll. Great hands by Heather. She puts it up and in for Middle Township.
Heather showed good poise there, Kyle, amidst the Redwoods. She scores it, and Middle leads at 11-9.
Lindsey Burns inside to Renee Green. That's the player they like to go to. Green gets a second chance, is fouled hard. Not as hard as it looked, I think. That was just an awkward tie-up.
Kind of looked like, was that Deneen that had the ball tied up when she put it up over her head?
Deneen had the ball, and Renee Green wouldn't let go of it. So because of that, she ended up on the ground.
A little sportsmanship there as Deneen slaps her hand. Deneen, a very aggressive, very all-out player. If you've never seen her, of course, if you're watching on Suburban Cable, you've never seen her. And she has been this style of player for 3 years. And here we go again, Kyle, with that foul shooting by Summit.
Big 4 MVP, Deneen McBride last season, and she's definitely in the running this season. Of course, that information not divulged yet. Jen Altamaro in for Middle Township, number 31. Middle Township hits ahead for Ingersoll, back to McBride. Erin Jones dribbles down under, draws the foul.
Draws the foul. Caroline Anderson actually jumped on her back, and she was carried toward the basket.
She'll pick up the foul for her troubles. 5 team fouls now on Summit, playing very aggressively.
Melinda Garvey checks back in for Summit, and for Middle Township, number 21, Lauren Rapici comes in, one of Coach Best's favorites.
Lauren Rapici, only a freshman for Middle Township, so the groundwork being laid to continue this very dominant program. 2 of 3 state final appearances. But the Lady Panthers, Phil, have never won a state title. They're 0 for 2, losing in '85 when they were in Group 3, and of course losing 2 years ago to Jefferson, with a lot of these same players on the floor. Erin Jones, 2 of 2. She has 4 on the game.
It's 13-10, Middle by 3.
Lindsey Burns tries to go inside to Renee Green, picked off. That's the tandem that works very well for Summit. Burns to Green. Of course, Middle Township aware of that, defending it well, at least so far. Ingersoll going inside for Erin Jones. That was there, but the pass wasn't. Summit comes away with the turnover. Middle leads by 3, 13-10. Minute and a half remaining in the first. It's Lauren Rapici guarding Burns right now. Another errant pass picked off by Deneen McBride. Lady Panthers look to run. Excellent pass, cross court for Erin Jones. Won't count. Foul before on Melinda Garvey. So Summit picking up some fouls, not exactly in any individual players in foul trouble, but Summit's picked up 16 fouls already. And from now on, the rest of the first half, Middle Township will be shooting at every foul opportunity.
And now checking in for Middle.
Carrie Cook.
Cook, thank you very much. We want to make sure we get everything right here today.
McBride triggers the inbounds all the way back out to Rapici. Cook, she'll look to shoot from out there if they leave her alone. McBride, nice hesitation move into Rapici, bides her time and then blocked. Cook is blocked away, and finally Renee Green clears away the rebound, but she's in a world of trouble.
Middle had 2 chances there before Summit cleared the board.
Lindsey Clark coming out of there with that rebound.
Still 13-10 Middle, 50 seconds remaining first quarter.
Burns again throwing inside to Garvey, no good. Rebound is loose, picked up by McBride. She looks to run. Hits ahead to Cook. Makes a move, draws a foul. The Summit fans don't like it. That's going to be on Lindsey Burns, and if it is, that's her second. It is.
And she'll probably check out with 38 seconds to go. Well, there's a Middle substitution right now as Mary Jones checks in for sister Erin Jones.
Erin Jones, 1,000-point scorer. While we're talking about that, we might want to mention that Deneen McBride, 8 points away coming into today. 8 points shy of 1,000 as Carrie Cook misses the first. She already has 4, so only 4 more points for Deneen McBride will be the 1,000-point mark for her career. Already the career assist leader for Middle Township, so a very accomplished career for Deneen McBride.
Yeah, one of those subplots brewing today, Kyle. I'm just wondering if they'll be stopping the game if she does get her 1,000th point in a state final. I don't know if they do that sort of thing.
Burns looks to drive, baseline jumper, no good. Very difficult shot. Not many easy shots against the Lady Panthers defense. Kind of their trademark.
Down to 10 seconds.
All the way down the lane for Deneen McBride. No good, and then it's tied up on the floor. Deneen McBride beat Lindsey Burns. No one came over to help out for Summit. Deneen just couldn't get the shot to go. 5 seconds remaining. Summit going to have to get it up quick. 2 seconds, 1 second. Launch from half court, in and out by Lindsey Burns. 13 to 10. Middle Township leads. We're through one. Back with the second after this.
Your sports source is Kona Sports in Wildwood. Save 40% on all starter jackets and Columbia ski wear. Spring is just around the corner. Stop into Kona for baseball equipment, bats and gloves. The largest selection of tennis rackets, apparel,
Cable and Suburban Cable presenting the Group 2 State Championship girls game between the Middle Township Panthers and the Summit High School Hilltoppers. Okay. Kyle, any things of scoring to note in that first quarter?
Deneen McBride with 4, Erin Jones with 4, Mary Jones with 3. So Middle Township getting 7 points from the Jones sisters. Kennedy with her first basket of the game.
It's good to see Brandy Kennedy back on the court, as we mentioned, an injury in the last game.
For Summit, Lindsey Burns with 4, Renee Green with 3, Melinda Garvey with 3 for their total of 10.
It's 15 to 10, Middle Township by 5. We're just underway here in the second quarter.
Ingersoll with 2 fouls now finds herself on Lindsey Burns. Blocked away.
Nice idea there. And now McBride nearly loses it. Passes to Jones. The shot is in and out. And a foul underneath. That should be on Mary Jones, as Green had position to get the rebound.
But right now, Heather Ingersoll guarding Lindsey Burns. That's a tough assignment for her. Burns much smaller, and also Ingersoll playing with 2 personals.
Lindsey Burns. Nice behind the back dribble there, trying to make something happen. Passes underneath. The lay-in is good by 31 Melinda Garvey. Now these Summit
not only beating the pressure that time, making Middle pay for it, taking advantage of a numbers situation for them.
Kennedy high off the glass, taken by Green. Green starting to assert herself there, but Mary Jones gets right in there for the tie-up.
So there's a perfect example, Phil, of how they try to let the players play the game once we get to this level. State final, that might have been a foul during the regular season, but Mary Jones' aggressive play was rewarded by the officials by letting the play on, and she created the held ball situation.
45, Carolyn Anderson, the freshman, still out there for Summit. Of course, that's Lindsey Burns with the ball being hawked by Ingersoll as they work the perimeter. Oh, and off the foot of the Summit player, Lindsey Clark, but they say it's off middle.
Yeah, it hit off Heather Ingersoll's foot before it went out of bounds, so it hit off 2 players' feet.
Man, run it! Man!
6:23 to go first half, 15 to 12. Middle Township. Oh, a long 3-point attempt is just off the horn.
Middle zoned on the out-of-bounds play, as a lot of teams do. Summit took immediate advantage by jacking up that 3. Carolyn Anderson can shoot from out there.
Erin Jones down low. We've got a foul.
That's on Lindsey Clark. That's her 3rd. And Middle Township hasn't been converting a lot of those opportunities under the basket, but they are getting Summit in foul trouble. And judging from the box scores, of course, I haven't seen Summit play. They don't go that deep into their bench. So this could be a problem developing for the Hilltoppers.
Jen Altamaro checks in for Mary Jones, and we have another substitution about to take place for Middle, as the foul shot is in and out by Jones, and Rapici will be checking in for Middle, and checking out of the game is Lindsey Clark with her 3 fouls. 15-12. Middle hasn't done too well from the foul line, Kyle.
No, not so far. They're going to have a lot of opportunities from the line, at least the rest of this first half, because of Summit's foul difficulty.
Sarah Anderson now in there. She replaced Lindsay Clark in a foul in the backcourt by the aggressive Lady Panthers.
So Middle also in the penalty right now. From now on, Middle will be in the penalty. That's their 6th team foul. So both teams will shoot the rest of the way as we're just under 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
Anderson pulls up, guarded by McBride. Down low to Green. She's got a clear lane to the basket, and she's fouled.
Altamaro helping out that time, but getting called for the foul, not giving up any layups. That's another trademark of Middle Township. They will foul rather than give you an easy shot under the basket. And of course, as deep as Middle Township is, that really doesn't hurt them. They have to go to the foul line and earn their points.
Middle increased their lead by 16 to 12 with that free throw by Erin Jones, but now Green at the line, and she drains it. It's 16 to 13, Middle Township. 5:49 to go first half.
Middle really doing the things they want to do, and yet Summit still hanging around, only trailing by 3.
Green misses her shot, rebounded by Jones.
Consensus is Middle Township is favored today. Of course, this Summit team making their first ever appearance in a state final.
And they did beat the defending state champ in Mahwah.
In the semifinal, so upset's nothing new for Summit, and I'm sure they don't mind the role of underdog.
Kennedy from the corner. She sometimes likes to shoot threes from there, but she'll work back toward the top of the key. McBride down low. Inside to Altamaro. Yes! Jennifer Altamaro.
Good patience being shown by Middle Township, not shooting a lot of outside shots as they could easily do.
Oh, what a move.
Awesome move as she switched the ball from the right hand to her left hand as she was at an awkward angle. Didn't bother her, she banked it in.
Burns saying, I got to take control of this thing. It's slipping away, 18 to 15, Middle Township. Bride picking up her dribble, needs help. Down low to Jones, turnaround jumper, yes!
Created once again by the excellent work of Deneen McBride. Took her time to get that entry pass into Erin Jones.
Sarah Anderson bullied by McBride, and now a foul from behind on Altamaro as the pass was to Lindsey Burns.
That was on Lauren Rapici. 20 to 15, Middle leads by 5. Summit will begin the parade from the foul line now. It's both teams in the penalty.
Score is 20 to 15, Middle Township. You got to feel at this point, Kyle, it's anybody's game.
It is, but Middle Township, there's some good signs for them so far. They're taking their time on offense. They're not settling for those three-point shots that are always going to be there. They're taking the time to get it inside underneath where they have a big advantage against this Summit team. Big miss of the front end of the 1-and-1 by Lindsey Burns.
Now 4.5 minutes to go. Middle on the attack, they lead by 5. Ingersoll try a three-pointer, score it.
Well, when you try them out there, it always helps to hit them. Heather Ingersoll pops one in from outside, and that's a big basket. Stretches this lead to 8.
Burns dishes off to Green, who's wide open, but stripped of the ball.
Great play by Lauren Rapici. Got the ball before Green was in position to shoot it. That's always what you want to do when the other team's big players get the ball down low. And now Deneen McBride going all the way for the layup. And Coach...
how's our count now, Kyle?
Coach Tierney wants to get a timeout as Middle, a patented run by the Lady Panthers. They've really blown it open. It was a three-point game. Look up, all of a sudden, a three-point, a steal, a coast-to-coast layup. They're up by 10, and Summit really needs to talk things over.
With 3:57 to go, first half, it's 25 to 15. Middle Township with a 10-point lead. We'll be back. Go for timeout, different plays that they run. Interesting way of communicating to their players.
Well, when you get to this level and you're playing in crowded gyms that get very loud, sometimes your players don't hear you when you yell off the bench. Those big signs, I don't think anyone could miss.
Green shot is missed. And who's got it? They're on the end line, but play continues. And Anderson comes away with it. Turnaround jumper is good by Melinda Garvey.
So good job that time by Summit. They got the timeout. The coach probably said, look, let's go right inside to our money player. That's Renee Green. She got a good shot. Couldn't get it to go, but something good happened. They got the ball back. They went inside again, and they trimmed 2 points off of this Middle Township lead.
I don't want to miss Deneen McBride's 1,000th point. Where we are at now, what, 2 points to go?
6. Our next field goal would be 1,000 for Deneen McBride. Of course, our total is very unofficial. We always like to preface that.
Right.
off by 1 or 2 points at this point.
22 for Renee next time. 22 for
But
Renee.
we're pretty sure next field goal would be 1,000 for Deneen.
But more importantly, the game is in
Ingersoll
question right now. But Ingersoll's three-pointer that time did not
hit
go.
her last one, and
I'm sure Deneen would take a middle victory over her 1,000th point any day.
well, a middle victory would almost ensure 1,000 points, as that would mean they'd play again the Tournament of Champions. Heather fired a quick shot that time. Middle hasn't been settling for those shots. That time they jacked it up, and now Summit has the ball back.
Lindsey Burns with a shot and a foul on, I believe, McBride.
Deneen picks up her second, and as you mentioned, she plays aggressive, and because of that, she finds herself in foul trouble a lot. She's really not, she's very accustomed to playing in foul trouble. It's nothing new for her. She accumulates a lot of fouls during the course of just about every game. She does it very well.
First shot by Burns is good. Altamaro checks out, and Kennedy checks in for the Lady Panthers.
7 points on the game for Lindsey Burns so far.
And she misses her second. 25-18 middle, under 3 minutes to go first half.
Kennedy, they left her alone.
Now Ingersoll from the other side looks to dish it into Jones. Jones turns around.
And they go inside. A lot of contact.
Wow.
They're going to let that go.
Jones can handle it. Don't think that she can't down there.
Held ball will go Middle's way. McBride comes out for a quick rest. She may have hurt herself. She fell hard. So we'll see what the story is with Deneen McBride. She certainly won't be out of the game long.
Pass into Jones. Jones.
Held ball again. This one will go to Summit.
Wow.
So Summit being aggressive. Middle has the height advantage, but when it goes in there, Summit's been very aggressive. Not intimidated by the magnitude of this game or the size and strength of the Middle players.
2:30 remaining.
Very composed team for a team as young as they are. It's Rapici on Burns.
Long shot by Burns is no good. Comes way back out. Rapici gets the rebound.
So Brandy Kennedy is going to handle point guard duties for Middle Township in the absence of, she hands it off to Heather Ingersoll, and she'll run the show.
Ingersoll with a pick at the foul line, but down low to Murray Jones. Score it. Murray Jones, 27-18 Middle.
And that's what they want to do. That's textbook. They get it to the wing. Kennedy makes the entry pass to Murray Jones, who backed her player all the way under the basket. If she gets possession there, it's going to be a lot of points and a lot of victories for Middle Township and a state championship.
Burns cross court. The jumper is good. Score it for Carolyn Anderson.
Her first two. She's a shooter. As I mentioned, only a freshman. Both teams with a freshman on the floor right now. Carolyn Anderson for Summit, Lauren Rapici for Middle Township.
It's 27-20. Middle by 7. As Kennedy looks underneath. Now she kicks it back out to Rapici around the horn. Down low. Murray Jones, no good. Who's got it?
Kennedy scrapping in there for the rebound.
Aaron drives the lane, comes up strong, and is fouled by Green.
Summit fans wanting a walk, but she came to that jump stop. And if you do that, it's kind of like the officials only call that as one step. And when you do that, they're going to let you do that. She used it effectively that time, took it right back underneath the basket where she likes to be. Gets herself back to the free throw line where she's 3 of 4 so far today.
Make that 4 of 5. 28-20, Middle Township by 8 points. There's 1:04 to go in the first half. Second shot goes 29-20.
9 points on the game for Erin Jones. Another big game for her.
Burns had a pick set for herself and now passes off. Shot down low, no good. It's out of bounds. And he can't decide. It's going to go with Middle.
Erin Jones and Renee Green scrapping underneath the backboard that time. Neither one giving an inch.
53 seconds to go. Middle for the final shot here.
They could. Going in 11 up would be a huge benefit for Middle Township if Summit lets them. Summit likes to put pressure on the ball. Carolyn Anderson coming up to apply it now, and Heather Ingersoll. They'll feel it out, but if they get a layup or a nice backdoor cut or some penetration and a dish off, they'll certainly take it. For Peachy now with the ball.
Middle of the floor, spread wide out, now down to 25 seconds remaining.
Summit really not putting on that all-out pressure. It looks like they're going to be somewhat content to let Middle hold this ball and take this last shot. And you have to think with Ingersoll and Kennedy on the floor, it could very well be a 3, and they could find themselves down 12.
We're now down to about 7 seconds. Ingersoll has it. She's at the three-point arc. Now off to Jones. Jones in the lane. It's blocked. No shot, so Middle just took a little too much time. They're good D by Summit.
That's a great job by Middle Township. They didn't let Summit chip any more off the lead. Guaranteed them going in up 9 at the break.
So after one half of basketball, Middle Township Panthers over the Summit High School Hilltoppers 29-20. We'll be back after these messages. 29-20, Middle Township over Summit. Phil Pizzi and Kyle Worrell here for TKR Cable and also Suburban Cable. And I think we finally got ourselves situated here. Everything's turned on. All the facts and figures are in front of us. And as you can see, Erin Jones and number 13, Deneen McBride, having a little prime time there as she's trying to pump up Deneen, because what's going to happen if she scores her next basket?
That would be 1,000, as we mentioned. Deneen McBride, Big Four MVP last year, front runner for it again this year. Career assist leader for Middle Township, besting Karen Forbes' record. And next 2 points would be 1,000 for Deneen McBride. She scored 6 in that first half, of course, leading the way defensively for Middle Township as always. Running down the scoring in the first half for Middle Township, Erin Jones came up big with 9. She's been playing huge of late. Deneen, as we mentioned, with 6. Mary Jones with 5. Heather Ingersoll with 5, including a 3-pointer. 2 for Brandy Kennedy, 2 for Jen Altamaro, for their total of 29. For Summit, Lindsey Burns leading the way with 7. Melinda Garvey with 7. Renee Green held to 4. Carolyn Anderson with 2 for their total of 20. So Middle Township, unfinished business a couple years ago, winning this state title, looks so determined tonight, playing aggressive defensively, doing the smart thing offensively by going inside for the most part. And of course, Mary Jones and Erin Jones have been effective in there. Erin a little more than Mary by getting to the foul line 6 times, where she's 5 of 6.
Kyle, looking at the Summit Hilltoppers, what do you think the coach was discussing at halftime as they're down by 9? Got to think they've got a nice brain trust down there. They got their signs in place. What's their strategy going to be for this second half?
Well, they have to get it up and down the court like they like to play. Unfortunately for them, that's how Middle also likes to play. And of course, with Deneen McBride and Brandy Kennedy in the ball game and a lot of seniors, it's going to be tough to rattle them. There were a couple points in that first half when they got a couple turnovers, you know, and really got things going their way. On offense, when they do get in their half-court set, they have to be more effective trying to get that ball into Renee Green. I know things are tough for her down there with Mary and Erin Jones leaning on her in there, but they have to go to the player that got them here, basically, and that's Renee Green. They're forcing to get up a lot of shots from outside and a lot of things that really aren't coming in their offense, kind of freak baskets, I like to call them, second chance baskets, and picking up loose balls and putting them back in. They have to get back to what they did to get them here, pressing, full court, try and cause some turnovers on Middle Township, and try and get what they can on their half-court offense by going into Renee Green.
There you see Coach Gary Barber talking to his starters. He's got to be pleased with what he sees so far, Kyle.
16 minutes away. The girls are playing very smart, as I mentioned. They're really staying in their game. He has them focused, and you know, why shouldn't you be focused at this point? They're 16 minutes away from winning a state title that they've been, you know, trying to win their entire careers, and it's 16 minutes away, and it's right there for them to grab.
I think you were lip syncing, Kyle, because that seemed to be what he was telling them right there. And we'll see how they come out of this. The second half coming right up. It's 29-20, Middle Township with a 9-point lead.
Everybody shops at the Wagon Wheel Flower Gift and Gourmet Shop in Wildwood Crest. That's because the Wagon Wheel has an excellent selection of beautiful silk flowers, fresh green plants, and lovely and unique fresh flower arrangements for all occasions. You'll also find beautiful dried arrangements and fresh fruit baskets. Don't forget the Wagon Wheel's scrumptious selection of confection. Visit the Gift Nook to find cards and presents for anyone you know. It's all at the Purple Building. That's the Wagon Wheel Flower Gift and Gourmet Shop, Cressy and New Jersey Avenues, Wildwood Crest.
Your sports source is
Again with you, Phil Pizzi and Kyle Worrell from Elizabeth High School here up in Elizabeth, New Jersey, right across from St. Elizabeth Hospital. And we should also mention, for those of you watching Middle for the first time, they played a foe down in South Jersey for the South Jersey title a couple times in a row. Last year they didn't make it. That was the Delran Lady Bears, and they were able to get by them this year.
Yeah, when they made it to the state final 2 years ago as sophomores, Delran really played them tough, and they got past Delran that year. And then the next year, they were, I think, looking ahead to going back to the state final, and Delran, you know, snuck up on them and beat them, and they represented South Jersey at the state final. And this year, Middle showed a lot of focus at the end of the season, got past Delran, and so far today, they're taking care of business today against Summit.
Now for Summit, of course, that's Lindsey Burns with the ball. Caroline Anderson is in there, the freshman, number 45. We've got Green. Oh, how about it? A three-pointer by Lindsey Burns.
And that didn't even look like a shot. It looked like a throw. She shot-putted that one up there.
Like you said, Kyle, go with what got you here. And that's what they did. They featured Burns on that shot, 29-23. Now Jones, she's got Middle here. A foul, and it doesn't go down. Jones, Ingersoll, Kennedy, McBride, and Murray Jones for the Middle Lady Panthers. It's Green, Clark, Garvey, Burns, and Caroline Anderson for Summit.
So Erin Jones going back to the free throw line again. She's been there 6 times. It's going to be 8 times after this trip. And that would have been very demoralizing for Summit if after that three-point play, Middle Township answered with a three-point play of their own. Fortunately for them, it rolled out for Erin Jones. She wanted it to go, tried to will it in.
And misses her second. Who's got the rebound? Again, tough play. Murray Jones with it. And they'll call the jump ball.
Very rough underneath the basket. They've been letting that stuff go the entire game, and they did so again right there.
Boys' game was also rough, Kyle. As you bear out, at this level, you want to let the players decide it.
You don't want a lot of star players getting in foul trouble and having to spend most of the state final on the bench. Really wouldn't be a true indication of the talents of the two teams. But at the same time, you don't want it to get roughhouse out there. You know, it's a delicate balance the officials have to strike.
Ingersoll lobs it into Jones, tries to tip it up, and Green comes away with it. And now Summit with a chance to cut into this lead.
And there you see Summit doing a good job adapting to what Middle Township's doing. They got into Mary Jones. 3 players were around her. Made that very difficult, and finally Summit came out with the basketball.
Clark to Burns. Back out to Clark. She's unguarded. Takes the shot, air ball, as Heather Ingersoll slid right in front of her at a good moment.
Lindsey Clark having a tough game for Summit. Summit relies on her for some scoring. She got in early foul trouble, didn't score in the first half, and her first shot of the second half, an air ball.
6:30 to go. Deneen McBride with the ball. Over to Kennedy. Oh, no good. Tries to get her own rebound. It's taken by Anderson.
You can tell she felt good about that shot, because when she let it go, she just started running back on defense. And you're taught to follow your shot, but sometimes you can't help it. When it feels that good, you just want to get back on D and enjoy the view for a while.
Clark to Anderson, the freshman. Back to Clark, guarded by Ingersoll. And a foul on Heather Ingersoll.
That'll be 3 on her.
The reach-in version.
She thought she had the clean strip. 3 on Heather Ingersoll, and she's an important player for Middle Township.
Burns, the only scoring from the field thus far in this second half. Nice passing down low to Green, yes.
And that was just like you draw it up, Phil. They had great ball movement. They got it into the corner in a blink of an eye. It was inside to Renee Green. Middle didn't have a chance to adapt. They didn't have a chance to help, and before you knew it, it was in. And Summit has cut the lead to 5.
30-25, Middle Township. Erin Jones waits for the opportunity. A little too strong. Rebound Green, and Green is a force on those boards, Kyle.
They're collapsing in on when Middle Township goes in now. That's twice they've got it in there, and twice that player's been triple teamed. First Mary Jones, that time Erin Jones.
Lob over to Anderson. The pull-up jumper is good.
As I said in the first half, she is a shooter. When she has space, she'll hit them all day. She has 4.
And Summit has outscored Middle 7-1 in this third quarter, and Middle wants a timeout. We'll take timeout with 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. They're very special maniacs up there, the Middle Panther boys team, who earlier today won the state title in Group 2.
Back-to-back state champions sitting up there rooting on their classmates.
Yep. Not only that, Kyle, they were the only returning defending champion.
Of all, boys and girls, they're the only boys team to come back.
Right. Don't forget that St. John Vianney team.
And Haddonfield and Linden
and Kennedy down low. Is it going to go? No. Green with the rebound.
Just hasn't been going Middle's way so far in the third quarter.
Oh, they want Burns to take Ingersoll to the hole. A little bit too hard off the glass. Green with the rebound, yes. And it's a one-point game.
They're going to Renee Green, and they've got this game going up and down. Everything that Summit needs to do, they've done here in the third quarter. Middle Township has to come up with some answers.
Kennedy pulls up, out to Jones. Jones is fronted by Garvey. Kennedy, oh, if she ever needed one, she got it there, but it was not a three-pointer, only a two-pointer.
Kennedy answers. It doesn't matter. Middle needed a basket right then.
They certainly did. That's their first basket of the third quarter, Kyle.
And Kennedy stepped up when Middle needed it. Stretch out that lead back to 3. More breathing room for the Lady Panthers.
Kyle, almost 4 minutes of the second half. No basket by Middle until that shot. Burns tries to get it into Green. They wanted a foul call there. Green turnaround jumper, no good. Jones with the rebound and the foul. And she's not happy.
That would probably be on Renee Green. Only her first, however. No.
Erwin Jones.
It's on Melinda Garvey, her third.
Melinda Garvey, okay.
So now Lindsay Clark with 3, Melinda Garvey with 3. Mild foul trouble for Summit. Deneen walks it up. We'll see what the Lady Panthers do this trip.
Ingersoll now with a three-pointer. Yes, she gets it.
That was a deep 3, Phil. She was at least 3 feet behind the line. She was left alone, had the good angle, decided to fire.
And that's her second one of this ball game, Kyle. It gives Middle a 35-29 lead.
And just like that, they're back ahead by 6. Has to be demoralizing for Summit. Anderson tries to answer.
Doesn't go, and McBride with the rebound. So Middle with a basket and a tray, and now Ingersoll drives the baseline and is fouled by Anderson.
See how that last play led to this play. She pump faked. The player had to honor it as she just drilled one from about 22 feet. Once she did that, Ingersoll had her beat to the baseline, and they had to foul her.
That's the second foul on Caroline Anderson. Third on the team. Puts Heather on the line. Heather with 8 points today. Make it 9. And Sarah Anderson now checks in, and checking out is Caroline Anderson. So the sisters trade places, and Caroline gets a nice hand from the Summit fans.
This would stretch the lead back to 8.
And it goes.
Middle Township has answered the first run by Summit. There will probably be another one.
Oh, most definitely, Kyle.
But Middle's answered the first one like a champ. They lead it again by 8.
Burns will be fouled as she drives to the basket by Jennifer Altamaro.
It's one of those block charge calls, one of the toughest ones to make in basketball. The officials' estimation, Altamaro didn't get there quite in time. And Lindsey Burns will go back to the foul line.
That's Jen's second personal foul.
Only 2 of 5 from the free throw line for Lindsey Burns on the game.
And that one doesn't go. But look, Green with the rebound down low. It doesn't go. Who's got it? That's Clark. Clark and McBride gets it. Is she going to get the layup? There it is, and the foul, and 1,000 points.
Big, huge play by Deneen McBride. Beat everyone down the floor, and that's a big basket for her personally, as that's 1,000.
Oh, baby.
And also that stretches this lead up to 9.
I tell you, Kyle, some players, when they get their 1,000th point, it's not too memorable. But that certainly was. A lot of players get it actually at the foul line.
Yeah, very anticlimactic. Not this time as Deneen McBride comes up with a huge basket for the team. And with this free throw, gets it. That'll stretch this out to a 10-point lead. And emotion and momentum back on the side of the Lady Panthers. As you can see it in their step as they're looking forward to playing defense this trip.
40-30, Middle Township by 10. A long jumper by Clark is a little bit too long, and Ingersoll with a rebound.
Stripped away from behind and then stepping over the half-court line, but none of the officials in position to make the call.
That was Sarah Anderson with the steal. Back in the hands of Burns. She wants to make something happen. Dishes back to Anderson.
That left Lindsey Clark wide open on the baseline, and Green found her for the layup.
40-32, an 8-point lead by Middle with 2:10 remaining third quarter. That's Summit cheering section, cheering for defense. Shot is no good. Rebound, Jones, score it.
Beautiful position by Erin Jones. There again, Middle Township working effectively inside. Altamaro couldn't get it to go, but just got it up on the glass. Erin Jones has such good position. And she was there for the putback basket for the Lady Panthers.
It's a 10-point lead once again for Middle from the corner. Oh, in and out by Burns. Rebound goes to Garvey, and she'll score 2 for Melinda Garvey. She has 9 points.
You know, Summit's been doing a lot of good things underneath the basket in this third quarter, and recently Lindsey Burns has been settling for those outside shots. Probably ill-advised at this point.
Ingersoll shoots over Green, won't go. On the end line, will stay with Middle. Now we've got Murray Jones checking in and Caroline Anderson checking back in for Summit.
Altamara goes to the bench, very effective in her stint there in the third quarter for Coach Gary Barber.
1:19 remaining. The lob by McBride, stolen by Burns. It's 3 on the basket. Here she goes. Yes.
All the way coast to coast for Lindsey Burns that time, beating Middle Township down the floor.
Wow, monster pick set by Erin Jones. No basket, we've got a foul. Oof.
Deneen McBride flying up the floor, beating everyone. Making the running layup, but won't count.
That'll be on Clark, her 4th foul. So Lindsey Clark in foul trouble here with 1:07 to go third quarter. Inbound play. McBride to Jones, she'll take the jumper, in and out. McBride with the rebound over Green, won't go.
She's fouled. A little role reversal for the Lady Panthers that time. Erin Jones playing outside, shooting the jumper. Deneen McBride down, banging underneath the basket, coming up with the offensive rebound.
1:01 remaining third quarter. Middle Township leads this contest by 8 points, and Deneen McBride at the foul line. And we've got a timeout. With 1:01 remaining third quarter, it's 42-36.
Hello, my name is Mike Bucca. On behalf of myself and my partner Maxim Jaddy, I'd like to welcome you to the world of Aviance Jewelry 2.
Choose from our dazzling selection of tennis bracelets, cocktail rings, and diamond engagement rings. Our selection of 14-karat gold jewelry is the largest in the area. Choose from charms, chains, and bracelets. Expert repair work and custom design is done on the premises. Now's the time for holiday shopping, and Aviance 2 offers 50% off all fine jewelry. Stop in today. Located in the ShopRite Plaza, Rio Grande.
There was a wild colonial viaduct.
Celebrate St. Patrick's Day. See the Clancy Brothers and Robbie O'Connell appearing March 16th at Trump's Taj Mahal Casino Hotel, Atlantic City. Tickets are just $20. Call Ticketmaster at 1-800-736-1420 or visit the Taj Mahal box office. That's the Clancy Brothers and Robbie O'Connell March 16th at Trump's Taj Mahal, Atlantic City.
Hi, I'm Lou Demise for Seasons Restaurant, and this is where Fun Friday takes place. But today I'm here to tell you that there's much more to Seasons than just a great happy hour. There's a large menu with veal, fresh seafood, steaks, something for everyone. And not just one, but 2 separate banquet facilities for weddings, private parties, or business meetings. So the next time you feel like going out, give Seasons a try. You'll come back. A bon appetit.
Back to Elizabeth High School, the gym that seats 4,300 basketball maniacs. We're two of them here, Phil Pizzi and Kyle Worrell. 42-36, Middle Township with the lead and the foul shots.
Deneen McBride to the foul line. She's 3 of 3 from there today. That was short.
The announcer's jinx.
9 points on the game for Deneen. This lead's been floating between 6 and 10 points most of the game.
And now Summit, let's see if they play for one or they try to get a quick bucket here with 54 seconds remaining, third quarter.
Now I'm sure they'll take the first good shot they get, trailing by as much as they are. Mary Jones picks up the foul.
Mary Jones mugged Caroline Anderson, and they weren't going to call it, but when she grabbed her for the second time, that's when the foul was called.
They'll let it go, but they're not going to let it get ridiculous. So Caroline Anderson will go to the foul line.
Kyle, when do you envision this second run by Summit? They had a really big run at the beginning of this second half. You got to think that they've got another one left.
But it's usually not something you plan. It's something that just happens. One play will happen, and you'll just feed off it. Like Middle Township had the basket by Deneen McBride, and I could feel a run coming on from them that just didn't materialize. Whether you take advantage of it, opportunities to make a run or not, you know, is something that's very hard to figure out. They just need something to get them going and then feed off of that.
Well, that ball is tipped and will stay with Middle as McBride was driving toward the basket, tipped by one of the Summit players. Couldn't catch a number on that. 36 seconds remaining, third quarter. McBride to inbound. Oh, Erin Jones hit the floor. Who's going to come away with this? Kennedy.
Nice hustle by Kennedy, as that was disaster waiting to happen, as Green would have been in all alone.
Ingersoll now pulls it out, 22 seconds remaining.
Deneen screaming for the basketball. She likes to have it in her hands when it's in this kind of situation.
Kennedy dishes off to Jones, back to McBride. Now 10 seconds remaining.
Now we'll see their play.
Deneen picks it up to Kennedy, a three-pointer.
I like that for 3.
Oh, doesn't go. Green with a rebound. Only 1 second left. They won't get a shot off. So we played 3 quarters of basketball here, and the score is 43-38. Middle Township with a 5-point lead. Over, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after these messages.
For prescriptions and more, it's Style Pharmacy of Wildwood. Newly remodeled, Styles offers a state-of-the-art prescription network, fast service, and discount prices. Located across the street from Wildwood Medical, Styles has a large selection of colognes, sports medicine, and ethnic hair care products. Styles even gives you free prescription delivery to the Wildwoods. For prescriptions and more, the choice is clear. Style Pharmacy, 4301 Pacific Avenue, Wildwood. Call 729-1050.
For the freshest and finest tasting Italian food, it's Carini's in Wildwood Crest. Carini serves a wide variety of items from a single slice to complete dinners, all in their spacious, comfortable dining room. Choose from veal, seafood, and chicken dishes, and homemade pasta, too. Carini's selection of hot and cold sandwiches and delicious pizza is second to none. Now get 2 medium pizzas for just $10, 2 large pizzas for $12, a Sicilian pie for just $8, or take $1 off any dinner. Stop in today. For fast, free delivery, call 522-7304. Your sports source is Kona Sports in Wildwood. Save 40% on all starter jackets and Columbia ski wear. Spring is just around the corner. Stop into Kona for baseball equipment, bats and gloves, the largest selection of tennis rackets, apparel, and bags in South Jersey, the latest fashions in swimwear and apparel. Kona is your headquarters for Trek and GT mountain bikes. The famous wall of shoes is stocked with over 700 styles of athletic footwear. For all your spring sporting equipment and accessories, think Kona Sports of Wildwood.
There you see the story from EHS. That's Elizabeth High School up here in the beautiful city of Elizabeth, North Jersey. The state Group 2 Girls Championship game between the Summit Hilltoppers and the Middle Lady Panthers. Right now, Middle leads it by 5.
They took control early. They've maintained throughout. That lead's fluctuated. Summit's made runs. Middle stretched it out. But right now, it's about where it should be on the merit of their play. Middle leads by about 5, and it's going to be up to them to claim this state title. You know, Summit's not going to go away. They've shown that through 3 quarters. So Middle Township's going to have to put together a nice quarter of basketball if they're to come away with their first state title ever.
For Summit, the Anderson sisters are in there. Burns to Green. No basket. We've got a foul underneath. Also, Lindsay Clark, number 33, with her 4 personal fouls in there as well for Summit.
Erin Jones second. Checking the scoring leaders for these two teams. Leading the way for Summit, Lindsey Burns with 13. Melinda Garvey with 9 and Renee Green with 8. Middle Township gets it back.
Oh,
long pass deflected.
Yep. And now Summit comes away with it. Anderson, she's got no one to pass to. Look at Kennedy with the hustle, and Green over the back. There's no call.
No call, absolutely no call on that.
Oh, man.
1st and 10, Middle Township.
Coach Best will love that replay. 7 minutes to go in this one. Kennedy drives the lane and scores.
Bank shot for Brandy. She has 6 points, and I think all of them have come at very key times for Middle Township. If they get this back up to 10 now in the 4th quarter, I think Summit would be very hard-pressed to get back into it.
Burns, a nice back and forth move there. Score it. It's a 2-pointer, but
she used that pick beautifully. Created just a couple feet for herself and got the shot off.
15 for Lindsey Burns. Erin Jones on Anderson. Nice move. Doesn't go, however. Mary Jones doesn't go.
Letting them play, Phil.
There.
But 2 players have the ball. Someone's going to come away with it. No need to make a call.
Who says there's no contact in basketball? Oh, the lob for Deneen. It doesn't go, but we've got a foul.
Beautiful play by Middle Township. We've seen that play 4 or 5 times in the last couple of weeks, but usually it's off an inbounds play when a team can get prepared for it. That time the ball was on that side of the court. They went right into it. They got a great scoring chance off of it.
6:14 remaining. It's 45-40, a 5-point lead by the Panthers. And Anderson checks out. Melinda Garvey with 3 personals checks in. That's Sarah Anderson having a seat on the bench of Coach Peter Tierney. Score it. Deneen with 11 points for Middle today.
Deneen with 11, Ingersoll with 10, Erin Jones with 12, so 3 Lady Panthers already in double figures. Nice balanced scoring for Coach Barber.
Second shot good. 47-40, Middle by 7.
They can put this game away defensively with a few stops right here, Phil.
Pull-up jumper by Burns, a little too strong. Garvey trying to get the rebound. She spikes with Murray Jones, and it goes to Middle on the possession.
And Garvey and Green both had excellent position that time. Both were fighting each other for that rebound. Only the hustle of Mary Jones getting in there, causing that held ball situation saved Middle Township from an easy putback basket by Summit.
Under 6 minutes to go. Middle leads by 7. Kennedy down low in the corner. Lobs to Erin Jones. No good. Green with a board. We've got a foul call.
Waiting to see who this foul is on. It could be on any one of 4 players under there. It's on Mary Jones. Her 3rd. Middle Township again getting the ball where they want, not converting.
7-point Middle lead, and Summit looking to cut into that.
Yeah, this is about the outer limits of how far Summit could let it get away from them. 7 points.
Burns for 3. Ooh, rims the basket, taken by Ingersoll.
In and out. The whole crowd seemed to be hanging with that ball up on the rim. And it came out, a sigh came out. Large Summit contingency here.
Ingersoll, a huge 3-pointer. She was about 2 feet behind the line, doesn't go, and now Summit with the ball.
And she was going for the knockout blow.
Foul from behind. Murray Jones reached around. That'll be her 4th personal foul.
And right away, Jen Altamaro up off Coach Barber's bench. She will come in to replace Mary Jones.
Murray will have a seat. There goes Jen, number 31, into the ball game.
She had a similar game against Delran, got into foul trouble, and it really limited her effectiveness. And then against Manasquan, we saw how effective she could be, as she had a huge game. 19 points and 10 rebounds against Manasquan in the state semifinal.
Lindsey Burns, one of the players that got him there with the ball. Give and go. Now it's Clark, back to Burns for three. Yeah, she got herself open for that shot, but it's just a little too short.
They're settling for that outside shot, trying to go for those threes, which are very difficult to make this late in the ball game, especially off a half-court set when you've been handling the ball most of the game. Ingersoll fires.
Oh, that hits nothing. Is taken by Clark for Summit.
Both teams firing away from outside. Really not the time of the game you'd think you would see that.
Anderson to Burns. Burns that was Burns on four players, score it, and a foul.
The crossover dribble created that move, lost two players. Once she got in the scoring zone, nothing was going to stop her. Altamaro fouled her, and she got the shot to go down for her, and that's a big shot for Summit. Middle had a couple possessions there after Summit took some ill-advised shots. Really could have nailed it home, but they did the same thing Summit was doing, launching up those long shots. And now Summit's right back in the ball game.
That's the third foul for Altamaro. Foul shot in and out by Burns. So
17 points on the game for Lindsey Burns.
Here's the story, Kyle. 4 minutes to go. It's a 5-point middle lead. They have the ball. It's 47-42. And Deneen McBride says we want to talk about it. We'll let our... Go ahead.
Coach Barber not wanting to let things get away. There's 4 minutes left. They have a 5-point lead. Things are very tense right now. They have a lead. It's not really a big lead. And Summit, as they have done the entire game, are hanging right there.
We're going to let our sponsors talk about it. We'll be back to Elizabeth High School right after these messages.
Rental Country is many things to many people. To the homeowner, it's headquarters for Honda power equipment and steel chainsaws, plus a variety of equipment to make chores around the house so much easier. To the contractor, it's headquarters for a tremendous array of equipment, including Bunton commercial mowers, Milwaukee electric tools, Senko fasteners, Emglow compressors, the amazing SkyTrack, heaters, backhoes, and more. To everyone, the power in South Jersey power equipment sales and rentals is Rental Country, Vineland, Cardiff, and Cape May Courthouse.
There was a wild colonial fight.
Celebrate St. Patrick's Day. See the Clancy Brothers and Robbie O'Connell appearing March 16th at Trump's Taj Mahal Casino Hotel, Atlantic City. Tickets are just $20. Call Ticketmaster at 1-800-736-1420 or visit the Taj Mahal box office. That's the Clancy Brothers and Robbie O'Connell March 16th at Trump's Taj Mahal, Atlantic City.
As the hands of time run through your hair, the clock ticks. Now you can battle the harsh effects of the environment with the power of natural botanicals in Biolash Hydrating Shampoo. Until the world is a safer place for your hair, there's Biolash.
Biolash Hydrating Shampoo by Matrix, only in fine salons.
Matrix System.
These two teams, Phil Pizzi and Kyle Worrell from Elizabeth High School. It's middle by 5. They've got the ball, trying to inbound to McBride. She's face guarded by Clark. And middle will set it up.
Things are getting very tense right now. State championships on the line. Whichever team keeps their cool and maintains their composure the best will probably come out of here with a win.
A look-away pass there to Altamaro. She drives the baseline. And we've got a call underneath.
They're going to call the foul on Renee Green. And Renee Green didn't commit a foul in the first half. Now has 4. And that's big news. With 3:40 left, Coach Tierney's going to have to make a decision.
Let's see, is there some players substituting? We could hear the coach over our headset call for Sarah to come out of the ball game.
And a decision's been made. Renee Green stays in the ball game. Jen Altamaro to the line for the Lady Panthers.
Shot is good. Once again, we'd like to thank TKR Elizabeth for providing our technical support here today. As we were at the rack earlier today, it would be a little too much for us to do both venues. Second foul shot, no good. Green comes away with a loose ball.
It's a 6-point game. It's getting around that point where I said the outer limits of how far Summit could let this lead stretch to. It's now to 6. So important possession right now for the Hilltoppers.
Anderson got some room, drove the baseline, is fouled. Looks like it'll be on Brandy Kennedy.
It is Kennedy.
Now Rapici checks into the ball game, and Altamaro checks out.
So the freshman getting some huge minutes right now for Coach Gary Barber, showing a lot of confidence in Lauren Rapici.
I was just about to say that, Kyle. Earlier you said there were a couple of freshmen out there on the court, and once again, with 3.5 to go in the state final, we're going with the 9th graders.
Foul shots huge for both teams, all of them. Carolyn Anderson hits that one. She's 3 of 3 from the line.
7 points for Carolyn tonight. 48-43. They could cut it to 4 points with this free throw. And they do.
4-point game, and the ball is back in middle's court. Pardon the pun. But it's a big possession for them right here. Keep their cool, take some time, and get a shot that they want out of this possession.
And no reason to be taking 3-point shots at this juncture. With 3 minutes to go in the state final. McBride looking to drive, now to dish off.
Erin Jones, great job scrapping for that ball. Kept it alive, and Ingersoll came away with it.
Wow. Oh, look at this. The ball punched away by Clark. Can she score? No.
Tipped away by Ingersoll.
Wow.
She came out of nowhere to get that steal. I don't think anyone expected her.
And Clark wide open again. She'll be fouled by Rapici. So Clark on the wing got the pass from Burns and was driving uncontested to the glass. And as you said earlier in the telecast, Middle will not let them shoot uncontested layups.
No layups allowed. Now Lindsey Clark will go to the foul line, and as I said, free throws are going to be huge down the stretch in this ball game. Here, another 1-and-1 opportunity for Lindsey Clark. It's her first trip to the foul line tonight, and if she makes both, it can cut this lead to 2.
Lindsey Clark herself with 4 personal fouls. Shot is good.
Hits the first, and these Summit fans are starting to feel something special right now.
That's right, they were sitting on their hands. They were a little quiet earlier, Kyle. Now they're within 3 points of this Middle Township team, and it could be 2 points after this free throw. There it is.
It is, and Middle Township has not been getting, I'm not talking about good shots or bad shots, they're not having been getting any shots. Saved in, still loose, on the floor. That's a held ball situation. And Ingersoll and Lindsey Clark.
Oh, Ingersoll wants to go at her. The official had to hold her back.
Lindsey Clark and Ingersoll almost coming to blows.
Wow.
They were going hard for that ball. They both had their hands on it. And they were waiting a while to call that held ball. And just things got more animated the longer they were scrapping for it.
Kyle, our viewers couldn't see it, but all the Summit fans were calling for a technical foul up in the stands. Go ahead.
Summit gets the ball back on this held ball possession.
Oh,
and they could tie this ball game up or go ahead with a 3.
2:36 remaining. The lob to Anderson.
This lead was 6 just a few seconds ago.
This is how they did in Mawa. I guess, of course, they beat Mawa by 1 point. They're looking to do the same against Middle.
Yeah, they showed they could keep their composure in that game. Kennedy comes away, stolen away, and then Jones ties up Garvey.
So Jones with the tie-up, possession arrow goes to Middle, and these fans don't like it. A Middle player is down on the court.
Kennedy picked up the ball. Someone took the ball right out of her hands. That was Garvey. And as soon as Garvey had it, Jones tied her up.
Oh, man. Wait. The boys can take a few lessons from this game, Kyle. This is unbelievable.
The game has been very intense, especially here in the 4th quarter. Middle Township needs to get something here.
And look at this press by Summit.
It's starting to pay dividends. Jones was wide open underneath the basket. Of course, Erin Jones, not used to having the ball like that in the open court, didn't pick her up in time.
2 minutes, and Kennedy is stripped by Burns.
Traveling call, and back here, they're going to get it. And the Middle fans erupt. The Summit fans can't believe it, but I saw it immediately. She was on one knee and stood up before she let go of the ball. I was wondering if they were going to catch that. Fortunately for Middle Township, they did. But Middle Township is not even getting shots at the basket in the last 2 minutes. They started to hold the ball back on offense, and that has made them tentative.
Kyle, under 2 minutes, and Middle has only 1 basket in the entire 4th quarter from the field. Lob into Jones, big one.
Huge basket by Erin Jones. They're going right back to what got them this lead, and they've stretched it back up to 4. Deneen McBride signaling to the bench that they're okay. Summit isn't. They call the timeout.
Erin Jones with 14 points. Big, big play for the Lady Panthers. We're going to keep it here with 1:34 remaining. 50-46. Middle Township was within 2 points from relinquishing that lead. And what happened there?
Summit had the ball. They have had a number of chances to try and tie this ball game or even take the lead. Middle Township got tentative. They started holding back on offense, really trying to be patient, but Summit was applying. When you get tentative in basketball, it allows the other team that wants to put pressure on you anyway, just put more and more pressure on you without the penalty of being penalized for it by you converting for layups. And that's what happened, and Summit started to get turnovers and capitalize and draw to within 2 in this ball game. Big basket that last trip by Erin Jones to put Middle Township back kind of in control of this game. They have a 4-point lead, have some distance between themselves and the Hilltoppers.
Kyle, not much scoring from the field in this fourth quarter as Lindsey Burns with 2 field goals for Summit. It was 43-38 at the end of the third quarter. It's now only 50-46, so most of the points coming from the foul line as Deneen McBride denying the inbounds pass. It'll stay with Summit.
Games get tense. There's a lot on the line. Not unusual for that to happen.
Anderson looking for the pass in.
Whichever team keeps their composure the best will probably come out of here with a win.
Burns to a wide open Clark.
How she had the presence of mind to look cross court for the open player is beyond me.
50-48. Erin Jones down low. Yes, and a foul.
That's huge basket for Erin Jones, and she's been huge for the last month for Middle Township Lady Panthers. They got her the ball inside where they've been doing damage the entire game. And these two, they're just exchanging blows now.
Erin Jones, Kyle, as you mentioned, was not here 2 years ago when they played in the state championship, and she's making the most of her appearance tonight. 1:22 remaining, middle by 4, middle by 5.
Free throw is good, and again, distance between the Lady Panthers and the Hilltoppers. But this game is not over. 1:18 left. Summit hasn't gone away the entire night. There's no sense to think they're going to now.
Burns to Anderson.
She can shoot. That's too strong.
Oh, but they got the rebound, Kyle, and they kick it back out to Anderson. Still plenty of time remaining.
Middle Township, man-to-man, not conceding anything. Burns can hit from out there.
There's that lob pass, but it wasn't there this time. Mary Jones to the basket.
Gets the basket and the foul, and that is huge for Middle Township, and that might just about put this one away. They should have committed the foul. They wanted to commit the foul at about the top of the key, but Mary Jones just sprinted away from the field, showing her speed. And now we're going to have a timeout, I believe, by Summit, but it may be too late. Middle Township has come away with some big, big baskets here in the last minute of this ball game.
Wow, in that situation, Kyle, if you're going to foul the person, and we've heard it said many times, you want them to not make the basket. And the foul just came too late. The basket was scored, and she's going to get foul shots. Wow, 55-48, 51 seconds to go. Mary Jones at the line.
And this would stretch the lead to 8, and like I said, it doesn't want to get over 7. With under a minute to go, that may have been the backbreaker and may be the one that puts this Middle Township Lady Panthers team in the record books.
Okay, timeout is called by Summit at this point.
Middle Township trying to become the first girls basketball team from Middle to win a state championship, and they're well on their way to doing it. In control of this game. And like we were talking about all game, Mary Jones and Erin Jones are going to be the ones to score the points in this particular matchup tonight.
Kyle, I think what happened there, what we just saw with that Mary Jones play, Lindsey Burns had a nice cross-court pass the last trip down to Lindsey Clark, who was wide open, got the basket. She tried to make that cross-court pass again, but good anticipation by Mary Jones as she intercepted the ball and went the length of the floor.
Well, in the play previous, it was a broken play. There was a loose ball, and she picked it up and right away evaluated things and threw it cross-court. That time was in Middle's half-court defensive set. There we see Coach Barber instructing the Lady Panthers, trying to guide them home through the last 51 seconds. But when Middle's in their regular half-court offense, you know, they're very effective and they're very alert, and that ball came across there and Mary Jones read it all the way and had the quickness to beat everyone up the floor and put in that basket. that if they win, a lot of these girls are going to remember for a very long time the baskets that Mary Jones and Erin Jones got at the end of this ball game.
Foul shot missed. Summit with the rebound.
They're going to have to work quickly now.
Oh, they get it down to Anderson quickly. Brandy Kennedy gets the foul, but she denied that shot down low.
He said it 100 times, no layups. Brandy Kennedy sprinted back to prevent that.
Now 45 seconds, but the clock is stopped and Summit has a chance to score.
Yeah, but that was a sure layup. If that foul came away from the basket, I mean, sure, you'd like the clock to keep running.
Okay, they were going to substitute was Summit, but they wave it off. And Sarah Anderson at the line. First shot is good.
You know, say a team that's behind has to make all their fouls. Summit has done that. They've shot extremely well from the foul line in this fourth quarter.
Now Kelly Fiore, number 43, checks in for Summit. Second shot also good. 55-50, 45 seconds remaining.
And they're flat out going to have to foul right now. They can't let any more of this time come off the clock. Everyone's screaming for it. They don't want to foul McBride, but they're not going to have any choice. This is time they're never going to get back, Phil, as time continues to roll off the clock. Kennedy dribbling. Finally, she's fouled, but it looked like an accident that Lindsey Burns fouled her.
You're right, Kyle. You've got to stop that clock if you're behind, and with 28 seconds to go, Middle leads by 5 with a chance for more.
You're still in the ball game, 5 points down. If you commit a foul, they miss the front end of a 1-and-1. You come down, even if you get a 2, it's a 3-point ball game, and that's one possession. There was 51 seconds remaining when Middle Township had that ball. We're down to 28 seconds now. And Brandy Kennedy's at the line. Could put 2 more nails in the coffin of the Summit Hilltoppers.
Melinda Garvey checking in to the game for Summit. Kennedy scores.
Big free throw for Brandy Kennedy. She lets the emotion go. That makes it 6. This would make it 7. That's more than 2 possessions, even if you're going by 3. Wow. And there it is. Huge for Brandy Kennedy. She's only scored 8 points in this game, but they've all been huge.
And now Burns with the shot. It comes up short. Anderson has it. She'll try a 3-pointer. High off the glass, no good. And Ingersoll with the rebound. 10 seconds remaining.
9. Countdown is on. McBride has it. She's fouled. But Middle Township Lady Panthers are going to win the Group 2 state championship and chalk up a doubleheader win for Middle Township High School. Boys winning, girls winning.
There we see to the left, they're hugging each other, the girls that are out on the court. As they realize that it's finally sinking in, a 7-point lead with 7 seconds to go.
Starting to show the emotion that's been pent up for a while. We saw a little bit of it released at Delran. That was one hurdle, then Manasquan. Now even the girls on the bench are starting to celebrate as Deneen McBride goes to the free throw line to further salt this one away for the Lady Panthers.
You think McBride's excited at all right now, Kyle?
She's got to be very excited. She's played her entire career. She was on the floor most of the game in that game her sophomore year. A very embittering loss to Jefferson. They were undefeated. And now this is what it's all about. Senior year, winning a state championship, and there it is. The Lady Panthers winning, and you can see the relief just come out of every one of those players out on the floor. And Coach Gary Barber, huge congratulations on hand for everyone involved with the Middle Township girls basketball program.
I think Deneen was on the floor at the bottom of that pile, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
She hugs her coach. You see her hugging her coach there at the right of the screen. And I'll tell you what, it's been a long, tough road these past 3 years, but they made it, and they were victorious. And Middle 2 for 2 today. The boys winning earlier today, and now the girls with their first state title in Group 2.
And Gary Barber getting carried off the court right now. It's got to be a special moment for him, and flat out, it's just a moment that everyone on that floor and everyone involved with this team will remember for the rest of their lives.
They've got the trophies wheeled out to center court. We'll be back for the presentation. We've got a post-game show. Don't go away. It's Middle by 9, 59-50. We'll be back.
Dale Earnhardt moves to the inside. Now he's diving into the pit. Let's go down to Bob.
Presentation of the trophies, the runner-up Summit High School Lady Hilltoppers with Peter Tierney as their coach. There you see he gets a basketball and he'll get a trophy, a runner-up trophy. I'll tell you, they defeated the defending state champs in Group 2, Mawa. Middle should thank him for that as it was a tough road here. Middle got by Delran, they got by Manasquan. And Coach Gary Barber now to accept the trophy for the Group 2 state champs girls basketball.
You can't even explain how relieved everyone on that Middle Township team is. The joy is just evident in every single player that's out there. Coach Gary Barber out there accepting the team trophy right now. And after that will be a presentation of the MVP award. And there's a trophy and basketball that will hang proudly in Middle Township High School.
And let's see who the MVP is. As he's drawing it out, the public address announcer, Deneen, with her 1,000th career point, and I believe she had 14 on the game.
14 points for Deneen McBride. Just another piece of hardware to put in the trophy case of Deneen McBride, MVP of the state final. Something she'll always remember. And you can see her out there, she could barely hold back the tears. Just a culmination of an absolutely fabulous career. And 1,000 points today, state title today, just everything that she's worked for her whole high school career just coming together in one big package today. And you can see the happiness and the joy on her face.
she is showing the emotion there, Kyle.
But as every MVP award, it's a testament to the whole team. You know, an MVP, she just happens to be the one that gets it today, but I'm sure she'd be the first one to tell you that Erin Jones with 17 points and Heather Ingersoll with 10, and Brandy Kennedy with the big shots down the stretch, 8 points for her. The contribution off the bench, you know, a piece of that goes to everyone, and she's just out there as the figurehead of that team, and I think it's very fitting that she got it.
Wow, Kyle, you said it very well there. McBride, of course, with 4 free throws in that fourth quarter. In the second half, she was 6 out of 7 from the foul line. Every phase of her game was working today.
Summit made a run, and there was no way that Middle Township was going to let this game get away. Not with Deneen McBride and Brandy Kennedy and Erin Jones that were on the floor 2 years ago, and remember what that felt like. Of course, Erin wasn't on the floor, but she was on the bench, and they remember what it felt like, and they remember what it felt like last year when they lost to Delran, and they weren't going to let that happen to them tonight, and they were the more experienced team, and I think that showed down the stretch as they brought this one home.
We'd like to thank all our viewers on TKR for a great season basketball, and of course for our friends at Suburban Cable. Happy to be bringing you this contest. Thanks to TKR Elizabeth for helping us out. For our friends locally, we're going to do a little post-game show for you, and we'd like to also thank the fans for moving their balloons. That was a big problem at the beginning, but they cooperated very nicely. We'd like to thank them for that. Once again, final score 59-50. Middle Township, the girls state champions in Group 2.
Township, the state Group 2 champs, first time, and there you see the trophy held by Erin Jones. You do that very well. I tell you, almost as well as you play basketball. 17 points for you tonight, leading scorer. It was pretty rough underneath there. The officials were letting the girls play. I'd like to know your feelings about that rough game underneath.
I like that better. I like the roughness, the having to go up strong. I like that a lot better than if they were to call every little thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were definitely not intimidated by any of that.
No, not at all.
Your kind of game. Deneen's having a little chuckle over there. I'm going to talk about some rough play afterwards as Deneen is holding the MVP trophy. Deneen with 14 points, 4 for 4 from the foul line in that fourth quarter. Deneen, you were lying on the floor when they all jumped on top of you to celebrate. What was that like?
It was horrible because I had Erin Jones over here on top of me. That's the worst. But I told them that when we won tonight that I was going to just lay on the floor and just let them all come over on top of me.
Okay.
Yep.
When you won, is that what you said?
Yeah, when we won.
That's what Kyle said. You had a lot of confidence and you were not going to let this slip away.
No, because we let it slip away 2 years ago and we knew this was the year to bring home a state title.
Okay, we're going to be talking to the coach in a couple minutes, but he's soaking wet. Can you tell us what happened?
Drenched them. The water cooler got them.
All right, Kyle, take it away.
Deneen, did the team have any tense feelings down at the end of the fourth quarter? I know they got it down to like 4 points, got it down to 2 at one point, and had the basketball a couple of times. Did you start to think in your mind, like, not tonight, this isn't going to get away from us?
Yeah, I was kind of nervous, but we're a team that's known not to give up at all, so.
Okay, Lindsey Burns is really their star player. She does it all for them, and of course Erin and Mary were shutting down their inside game. She was really looking to be offensive. Was that more of a test for you tonight?
I knew she was a really good player, and I knew that I had to play defense and move my feet and not go for steals. So I tried to do that tonight, but I got in a little bit of trouble.
Okay. This had to be the greatest night of your career. I mean, going 1,000 points, winning the MVP award, and finally getting that state championship.
It's an honor. I'm really excited for myself and for my team.
When you had that award and they gave it to you and you held it up, just the relief and the joy, I don't know which was more. Maybe you could tell me when you got that trophy and hoisted it up and had the fans cheering behind you.
It was a relief. I never expected it at all. And that's it.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. I've enjoyed watching you play over your career, and this has to be a great night for you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Erin, like Phil said, they were letting a lot of stuff go under there. Did you think before the game that you could take advantage of them down there in the paint? Because I know they were going to you and your sister quite often.
Yeah, we knew that we had the height advantage. They didn't have any height, so we knew that we were going to have to work the inside-out game. So we used it to our advantage.
Okay, and when Mary was having a tough night, she kind of got into foul trouble. That put more pressure on you. Did you feel that pressure, and did you want to respond to it?
I felt the pressure, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to get the ball down there and score.
17 points, and I know at the end of near the end of the game, you had a big basket, and your sister had a big basket right after that. That had to be really great for you.
It was great. It just sparked the team even more. It gave us more incentive just in those last few minutes.
Maybe you could answer the question I asked Deneen. When you finally won, when you knew you had it wrapped up, was it more relief from the 2 years of trying to get back here, or was it just absolute joy at what you had accomplished?
I didn't play in the game 2 years ago, so for me, this was my first time here. So it was everything combined. I mean, everything through the whole 4 years combined in that title.
Okay, anything more, Phil? Okay, we could let Erin go. Congratulations and thanks for talking to us.
Before you go, Coach, come on over, Coach. I just want you to hoist that trophy up so everybody can see it.
There it is, Group 2 state champions, making it a sweep. The boys won, and they were here supporting you today. That had to be big. I know because you had a game, you couldn't go over and support them, but it had to be big having them, seeing them walk into the gym right before you played.
It was. It gave us even more spark.
Okay, well, congratulations, Erin. You played great tonight.
Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy the ride home.
Head coach Gary Barber having a talk with Erin Jones. We'll wait for the coach.
I tell you, there's so much emotion here. You know, the girls were in the locker room, and we hate to impose on them, but you watch them all year, you never get a chance to talk to them or see them close up, and it's great to have this feedback here on camera, especially with a soaking wet Gary Barber over there.
Well, I know a couple of the players called all the other players in. Coach, step right in here. They knew what was going to happen, and a couple of the players missed out. I know Erin and Jen Altamaro were calling players in, and I think both of them missed the actual dousing of the head coach. Coach, first of all, congratulations. You did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
Did you think you could hurt him inside? I mean, it seems apparent to me that you were going right inside to Mary and Erin Jones right away.
That was a game plan from the start. We know they had a great inside player in Renee Green, and Erin Jones has just stepped up so big the last several weeks. You can tell that the senior, you know, she missed this last time around with her ACL injury. And tonight you could just tell she wasn't going to be denied.
Yeah, I don't want to ask you a lot of questions. I just want you to talk about the players like I know you want to do, especially the seniors that were on the team when you lost 2 years ago, Deneen and Brandy and Erin.
A special group, there's no question. I mean, we've been to the final before back in 1985 when I was assistant coach. And when this group came in, you could just tell they were going to be a special group. But the year that we were 30-1, you know, never being there with that group before, I guess that kind of hurt us a little bit. We did a lot of things differently this time, like coming up last night, the night before, just staying focused as a team, going to breakfast together. dinner last night. A lot of little things that I think got up to the one big thing, and that's to win the state championship.
Bring us through those last couple timeouts down the stretch when you called it, and it was down to 2 at one point. It was down to 4, I think, when you actually had a timeout called. I mean, what was the feeling like in the huddle, and what was the, I mean, were there players taking over, and were they anxious to get back out there and just grab the state championship?
You got to give credit to Summit. They made a couple nice runs in the game. They had one in the first quarter. When we had, I think, a 9-4 lead, and they made it 9-9. I don't think they ever had the lead. I think maybe it was tied a couple times, but they never had the lead. And they made another nice run there. They're coming down the stretch, but give them credit for that, but also give our kids a lot of credit for not folding the tents. When we called the timeout, I was just trying to stop the momentum, and we just wanted to make sure we got in the kids' ears about the heart and the commitment and all the time. Instead of talking about so much X's and O's, we talked about heart. And they went out, and I think Jen A hit a foul shot. They kind of turned the ties a little bit for us, and then Mary Jones got the steal and the 2-point play, potential 3-point play, but still a big momentum builder for us.
Yeah, and that comes through in foul shooting. I mean, everybody knows how to shoot fouls. And when it came down to the fourth quarter, Deneen McBride stepped up 4 of 4. Brandy Kennedy hit 2 big ones. Erin hit 1. Jen Altamaro hit 1. They weren't going to let this game slip away tonight.
No, I think it was like deja vu del Rey. I mean, some of the games we've been in this year, if I go back to the Millville game, Jen Denby and Melissa Corsi, I think that even though we lost, it gave the kids confidence that we didn't think we could see any 2 players better than that. And the thing on this team was that they had 2 players, but they had some other players that got some big shots tonight. But Renee Green, who's averaging 24 points a game, Erin Jones did a great job on her because she only scored 8. Now that's 16 points below her average. I mean, that's doing a number inside. So, and the McBride and Lauren Rapici, the freshman, Carrie Cook a little bit, Heather Ingersoll. We threw a lot of numbers at the Burns girl, hoping to wear her down.
And okay, I don't want to interrupt there, but great effort. And I know the fans are really behind you, and sitting behind you were the Summit fans. They were pretty quiet until that run and until the fourth quarter when they got it close there. Just the characteristics of this gym and the amount of fans that were here, did that affect you in any way?
Well, it's a great atmosphere in here, obviously, and coming down the stretch. I mean, I think it's a home away from home for Summit because they're only 20 minutes away. But again, our kids, I think the playoff experience and the fact that they just weren't going to be denied today came through down the stretch. However we had to get it done, we got it done.
It's a great victory. I think we've analyzed it quite a bit, and I want you to enjoy it with your girls. Again, you're staying up here at no school tomorrow for these girls?
Not for the girls, not for me, and I hope all the kids in my biology class, good luck on your exam. I'll be thinking about you.
One quick question before you go. I mean, inevitably now, you must face other teams in the Tournament of Champions, and that team that you tried to schedule during the regular season that just never could make it down to Courthouse is coming up big, and we're talking about St. John Vianney. Do you want to see them in the TOC?
We don't care who we say. I mean, we're happy to be state champions, and at this point in time, we consider this gravy. St. John Vianney's been to that level, so many times before that I'm sure that that's an ultimate goal for them. I mean, if we could get to that Tournament of Champions final, it would be nice, but we're going to come out and we're going to play hard. I mean, we're not going to back down from anyone because I think we've proven today that these kids are as good as anyone in the state. So we'll just roll the dice and see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy yourself. Go get it. I hope you got a dry shirt to put on.
I don't care.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, Coach Gary Barber. Wow. What more can you say, Kyle?
Doubleheader victory. Boys come up, get it done. Girls also get it done. And Middle Township comes home with 2 state championships in Group 2.
Well, I'm just flabbergasted because it means we may be on the road again. So we're not going to commit to anything. We have to check schedules and budgets and so forth, and we may be on the road again.
Yep, and that just about does it. Middle Township getting it done, as Coach Barber said. The seniors, really great moment for them. Deneen, Brandy Kennedy, Erin Jones, Jen Altamaro, just team effort.
Team effort, and we'd like to thank the team effort from the production standpoint, TKR Elizabeth, and also happy to be on Suburban Cable for the first time. Once again, final score 59-50 for Curtis and John and Stig Bloomquist. This is Phil Pizzi for Kyle Worrell. Have a great evening, and we're going to enjoy the ride home.
To center. Saturday, the largest...
Wrapped it all off with a championship over the weekend, and now they will continue on. The Middle Township Panthers basketball program has a lot to celebrate. Both the boys and girls teams have come home with a championship win. This afternoon, the girls and boys teams arrived back home from Elizabeth, where they both won their Group 2 championship games. The Lady Panthers have been gunning for this title for the last few seasons. This time around, they got it by defeating Summit 59-50. The star of the game, Deanne McBride, who scored 14 points and her 1,000th career point. Her parents were proud.
Proud of the whole team because these girls worked so hard. They really have. They put a lot of effort in, a lot of time, and they deserve what they got.
It took them 3 years to get there, but they got there. The coach is great. The kids are great.
My feet haven't hit the ground yet. I think a lot of the kids are still pinching themselves to see if this has all happened, but just a tremendous effort by a tremendous group of kids. It's we've been there the last several years knocking on the door, and they finally kicked the door down. I mean, I can't say how proud I am of them.
So certainly a doubleheader victory for Middle, which not only the school but the entire community can be proud of.
The boys team also returned home today with a Group 2 title. This is their second championship in 2 years. They defeated Hillside 54-46. Lamar Greer scored a game-high 32 points. Travis Reed added 13. So both teams will now prepare for the Tournament of Champions. Last season, the Panthers lost this game to St. Anthony's. We wish them all luck this year. In college hoops, the country is